Peace and love, brothers and sisters. Peace and love. Y'all know who it be. It's always me. It's the Aquamarine Amethyst Warrior. It's the Heyoka. And I'm here to drop my knowledge and speak my peace for all my brothers and sisters across the land and sea. Now, as you can plainly see, I got my meditation prayer beads today. Well, I done had them for a minute, but I've been meditating and praying a lot lately because, there's been a lot of dysfunctional crap going on in the world, people setting cars on fires, people stabbing their employers and all this kind of stuff. 6-car pileups everywhere. Wars looking like they're about to break out over the stupidest of crap. It's been a lot going on lately, okay? And I've been keeping up with it, but at the same time, it's been a lot of negative energy going on in the world that should not be here, man. I mean, yeah, we need the positive and the negative to get through the day, but at the end of the day, when it's too much of one and not enough of the other, it kind of fucks with people's minds. Excuse my French, but it's the truth. Like I said, y'all know who it be. It's always me. It's the Heyoka. I'm going to drop my knowledge. I'm going to speak my peace. And I need y'all to feel me on this knowledge, this logic, and I need y'all to understand why I'm speaking my peace on this message today. Now, my message today is simple. It's called Vives, Gladios, Morieris, Gladios. In Latin, that means live by the sword, die by the sword. It means I only wield my sword for God, okay? Sorry, y'all, that's my dog. I'm out in my backyard right now, just meditating and stuff, and I'm letting him get some exercise too. But anyway, my message is very simple. Y'all ever had a person or persons, whether they a manager, your teacher, a friend, a family member, a loved one, a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, anybody in your life who made you feel like you were lesser than what you are? You ever had that type of person in your life, brothers and sisters? Because I was watching this on Instagram a few days back. This female just came back from her job, and I don't know what she was going through. Back from her home and came back up to her job, and I don't know what she was going through. But I don't know why she didn't think this through, why she didn't pray. Maybe she didn't meditate on it. Why she didn't do anything, call a friend, get some counseling, something. But she just fucked up her entire life by running with a knife in her hand into her job and stabbing the crap out of her manager. Now, another civilian had to stop her. And basically now she's in jail because she done created murder on her own consciousness and on herself. She done disobeyed one of God's most sacred commandments. Thou shalt not kill. And it's like, wild. Now, I say that to say this. I'm not technically blaming her for what she's done, and I'm not technically blaming the manager because it's probably, I'm staying neutral right now because it's probably both sides are probably wrong. They could have came to some kind of agreement that didn't involve yelling and screaming at one another to the fact, y'all had to harm one another. Or she had to get harmed or you had to get harmed or, whatever. To each his own. But I'm saying that to say this, okay? Excuse me, bees are out here. And, they feel my positive energy, so they want to come around and make a hive out of me if y'all catch my drift. I'm just being silly right now. I'm meditating, praying. I'm just feeling this energy and it feels so electric, y'all. It just feels so electric. But I'm saying that to say this, my brothers and sisters, okay? Y'all ever had that person in your life, whether they're a friend, a coworker, a cousin, an uncle, an auntie, a brother, a sister, a boss, a CEO, somebody, a manager in your life who made you feel like you had a sword hanging over your head? Now, at the beginning of this video, I said some words in Latin. Vives, Gladio, Morieris, Gladio, which means in Latin, live by the sword, die by the sword. It simply means, for me, it means I won't pick up any weapon that's a sword, and I only wield it for the Father in heaven. Okay? Now, if you of no religion, you have no religion, honestly, I don't give a crap, okay? This message is for everybody. Not just one people, not just one nation, not just one faith. We are all one people. But at the end of the day, we all need help. But there's a different type of way we can help, okay? Some people need help where they just need somebody to listen to them, understand them, and give them some good advice so they don't make a mistake. Like that girl who should have called her mother, her father, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, whatever, before she walked up in her job and stabbed up her manager with a knife. There's other people who need help before we make stupid decisions like going to rob a bank or going to rob a corner store or something like that, or just asking somebody for help. Now, I say that to say this. A while back, I was walking. I was just having one of my meditation modes. You know, I listened to some positive music and everything, and I was just like in the zone, man. I was feeling myself. I was feeling all the energy that was around me. I was like, I was a bird chirping in the trees, y'all, okay? I put it that way. Now, this brother had missed his food truck delivery, okay? So everybody else had got a sandwich, some chips and a juice or whatever. And he didn't get this, okay? It made him feel sad because he was like, nah, what am I gonna eat? I'm gonna be out here starving all day. So I took my last little couple of bucks. I went into the store, I bought him a sandwich, some chips, and a juice. I know y'all done probably heard this story before in many of my other videos, but I say that to say this. I'm not telling y'all this story to boast and say I did this for this brother and all this kind of stuff, so I want y'all to remember this. No, I'm saying this for a simple reason is I did this because it was to God in me, okay? I did this because out of the kindness of my heart, I know those blessings that I just put out into the universe will be returned to me tenfold because I done did something kind for somebody. Sorry, y'all, look at my dog over here just chilling with me. Yeah, he just, now he's just being goofy. He just want to chill with the master, I'm out here in nature. I was inside listening to some meditation music stuff. He's just chilling with me, meditating. Now he outside in nature just chilling with me. Look at this silly self. That's Kane. That's my baby, but he's just silly as can be. But anyway, I say that to y'all to say this. I know my blessings, in whatever form the Creator decides to ordain them to return to me, will be returned. I don't need recognition for doing a good thing, okay? Most people nowadays want to get recognition for doing the good things. I have met so many people in my life that did so many good things just because it was out of the kindness of their heart. One time I was walking to the library, right? This lady pulled up on me. And not to know I'm about to rob you or give me all your money type thing, none of that. She pulled up on me, and this was in the wintertime. I was jogging, walking to the library, okay? To her, it looked like I needed a jacket. So she gave me a whole, thick, Sherlock Holmes trench coat, okay? To this day, I thank that lady. I didn't need the trench coat, but she did that out of the kindness of her heart, out of the kindness of her heart, because she thought, hey, you look cold. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. She went in her trunk and gave me a whole Sherlock Holmes trench coat. If you don't know Sherlock Holmes, he was a great detective back in the 15th to 16th century of England. But I say that to say this, my brothers and sisters. She did that and then asked for nothing in return. She just told me to be safe out here. Now, I wasn't homeless. I wasn't, asking for food and none of that. I was just jogging, walking on my way to the library to read some books and, so everybody has their place of peace, okay? Some people smoke in their car or hookah, some weed. Everybody, when it comes to the weekend, we sit down and get a glass of wine. Well, for me, I sit down and get a glass of wine, relax, read a good book, write down some scripts, whatever. Other people, they, go to the club, dance, have fun, whatever, okay? Everybody has their own place of peace. Even if it's their car, their house, whatever. It's, for me, it's nature. It's just sitting outside under a tree and just meditating in the grass and feeling the energy that is connected all of us like the roots of a tree. That's in my other messages, on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Thread, and TikTok. You go there, you will find them. But I'm saying that to say this. She reminded me of that message this very day, that we, my brothers and sisters, are all connected as one. So how is it that we start wars for no reason whatsoever except to glorify our own ego? or to fill our pocket with a few copper coins and a piece of paper, legally paper, with a dead guy's face on it, okay? We are supposed to be so evolved, okay? We literally supposed to be the apex predator. Man, woman. Man is the alpha, woman is the omega, okay? Man is the giver of life, woman is the receiver of life. Whether he, she, they, or them, I don't give a crap, okay? My point is very simple. We are supposed to be united, but we are constantly, and I say constantly, are dividing ourselves over the most idiotic and stupidest of crap I have ever seen in my life. And it's mostly the main 7 to 13 reasons, okay? 1, you have more resources than I do, so we got to go to war. We can't come to a common ground in the Chamber of Commerce, so we got to go to war. 2, you don't look like me. You don't think like I do. You don't speak the same language as I do. 3, and this one is most really important, okay? You look different. And I don't mean on the outside, I mean on the inside. People judge you before they get to know you, okay? I'm gonna put it to you like this. People judge you before they get to know you, okay? And it really baffles me how people do that. It's like, how can you sit up here when the Creator himself says in the 10 Commandments, judge not, yet ye be judged. Yet people do that on a daily basis, okay? When I see somebody, I try to look on the inside. I try to see that ray of golden light, that spirit that God has placed within all of us, okay? Because when the Creator created the heavens and the earth, and he flooded the earth because we didn't listen to him the first time, the second time. The first time, he switched all the languages. He changed all the languages into many different forms of frequency. So he said, if you won't listen to me in one language, now you'll have to listen to me in many languages and learn to obey me and cherish my will. Then the second time we didn't listen. So he punished us a second time with a flood. And he said, this time, I make a promise unto you, my children, and all of Noah's descendants. Never shall the waters of the earth and sky rise to flood mankind. And you know how he did that? He struck forth a bow, like the many colors of my chakra bead necklace right here, okay? He struck forth a bow, and he said, I shall strike forth this bow across the heavens, across the skies, okay? And he said, I shall strike it forth across the skies, and neither shall the waters of the earth or sky rise to flood mankind. Now, I'm saying that to say this to you, my brothers and sisters. In all his infinite wisdom, the Creator forgives us on a day-to-day basis. All our stupidities, all our foibles, all the mistakes we have made in the past. That's why it's called the past, because it's in the past. You look for a new day, you try to be better, and you try to govern yourself accordingly to his will or however you want to be seen in his divine light. So it's just the way of the universe, karma and all that. Do good things happen to you. Do bad things happen to you. But I say this to say this. Why is it that somebody has to have a hanging sword over your head for you to do right? Vives, Gladio, Morieris, Gladio. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Now, I said a while back, if you go on my Instagram, Facebook, X account, even my Thread account, even my TikTok, even my YouTube account, and I said, I will only wield my sword for my God King. As a Father in heaven, okay? Now, like I said, this message is for everybody. It ain't just for one religion. It ain't just for one background. If you of no religion, I don't give a crap, okay? But at the end of the day, this message is for everyone. Because there are people in this world who think that they have a hanging sword over your head, okay? And if you don't obey them or do exactly as they say, they will step on you and treat you like you are nothing. So this is how wars are started. This is how people pick up a knife and a gun and create bombs and stuff like that of chemical warfare, because their voices are not heard. They are silenced, my brothers and sisters. And they get tired of being silenced. What are you doing over there, buddy? Sorry, that's my dog Kane over here trying to be a landscape contractor. Every time we outside, he want to trim down some trees or something. He Curious George in dog version, okay? Now, like I said, my brothers and sisters, I drop that knowledge, I speak my piece, and I need y'all to feel me on this logic. All across the land of sea, whether you're man, woman, he, she, they, or them, if you're non-binary, I don't care. We are all the same under the eyes of the Creator, okay? Only He has a right to judge us. Only He has a right to ordain what we can and can't do. So why is it on a daily basis we have not realized that we are so much better than what we let somebody tell us or what we let somebody think we are? Nobody got no answer to that? I'm asking a serious question right now, because I am so truly sick and tired of us going to war, killing, stealing, fighting over the most ridiculous of crap. We fight, we kill, we repeating the same process our ancestors did, my brothers and sisters. If y'all hear that siren in the background, that's probably another crime that's popped off, okay? And that's a shame. It really is. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, doesn't realize anymore that we are all one people. We are all children of the Creator. We are all like the trees. We are all like the grass. We are all like one big tree. We spread our roots. We drop some acorns, create the next generation, but we are all connected. One tree is all trees, just like one people is all people, okay? We got to stop acting like we are so different. I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of what I'm talking about, okay? Now, like I said, I'm in my backyard. I'm chilling, okay? I'm meditating, praying, being out here with my goofy little dog, Kane, okay? He over here trying to play the landscape contractor or something. But look at this, people. Look at this. If y'all look behind me, y'all will see this, a big old tree right here. Look above my head. Big old tree right there. Big old beautiful tree. You want to know how it survived for all these thousands of years like every other tree on the earth? Because simply, it is energy. It is frequency. Energy and frequency can never be destroyed. It can grow, it can prosper, it can become something new that resonates with your body and mind, soul, and spirit. But it can never be destroyed. That is what the human body is. It is frequency. That is what the soul is. It is knowledge. And that is what the spirit is. It is understanding. But when we forget that and we let somebody hang the proverbial, physical and both mental sword over our heads and make us feel like we are nothing but a cockroach to be stepped on under their foot, then something is wrong with that picture. We got governors, presidents, dukes, duchesses, kings, and queens telling us we got to live by their rules. Before there were dukes, duchesses, kings, and queens, there were chieftains. There were captains. There were people who actually gave a crap about their villages, okay? Now we done turn that power over to a douchebag president who don't give a crap about nobody, a king who wants to start a war, a lord who just wants another person's territory, a duchess who wants something because it's sparkly, and a governor who ain't keeping his or her town, village, or city up to code. Like I said, brothers and sisters, we are one. Like the Lion King song says on the Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, we are one beneath the sky, okay? We are one family under the stars. We need to realize that we are in the many colors of a chakra bead necklace, okay? We all pray differently. We all have different faiths. We all have different religions. We all have different backgrounds. But at the end of the day, one people is all people. We are different because the Creator gave us free will and choices to be who we wish to be. But at the end of the day, we are all one people. Stop letting dukes, duchesses, governors, presidents, kings and queens, and people who really don't have your best interest at heart, but want to make you feel like they have a hanging sword over your head, tell you how you should live your life. The only person that should be able to tell you how to live your life is the matriarch of your family. And the only one true matriarch, besides the father and the mother on earth, is the Father in heaven, okay? You could call him the universe, you could call him frequency, you could call him energy, but at the end of the day, he has many names. We have called him throughout history, okay? But he is all the same thing. One tree, my brothers and sisters, is all trees. One people is all people. We can pretend we're divided because we got borders or imaginary lines across the water that says you can't cross over here without going to war. You can't cross over there without going to war. Oh, I got big bazookas. I got big missiles. I got nuclear warheads. I got chemical warheads. I got this. I got that. I am so tired of it. It's getting ridiculous, okay? We need to realize that a person is only that, a person. Either they gonna be in your life to help you and not boast about it, or they're going to be in your life to hurt you, okay? Stop being silly. Sorry, y'all, that's my little dog. He's just being goofy. I guess he's a landscape contractor now. He back there just trimming trees and grass and stuff, finding something to chew on. But I say that to say this, my brothers and sisters. We got to realize we are all connected. We are connected like the birds to the bees, to the dogs, to the cats, to the fish in the sea, to the whales that go and migrate, to the dolphins that sing their beautiful songs. We are all connected. But we have forgotten that because we let one or two people dictate how we live our lives, okay? It got to stop. We got to realize that we are all energy. We are all frequency. The physical body can be destroyed, but the flesh, the spirit, the soul, the spirit and the soul can never be destroyed. The flesh can be destroyed, but the knowledge of self, the spirit that makes you one with everything, can never be disconnected from what you are. I saw a brother back on Facebook and Instagram, and this video connected with me very powerfully, okay, my brothers and sisters, because you want to know why it connected with me powerfully? Simply because of this. This brother had his child outside, standing on cement. He put a conductor near her with 2 needles, okay? One in both hands. Nothing happened. Her energy was low as crap. He told her, baby girl, go stand on that grass. She was feeling sick or something, but she stood on the grass. Her energy was like off the charts, like 100% like a battery energy or something, like a cell phone or computer or something. Her energy was boom. It was wild. It was all over the place, like electromagnetic or something. I don't even know what to call that. It was like this tree constantly sprouting and constantly growing. She stepped back on the cement. Ugh, she felt sad and disconnected and everything. Y'all want to know why she felt like that? Because she wasn't near her natural roots. None of us are anymore. We allow cement and stone to disconnect us from our natural roots. We cut off the ley lines of energy that connects us to the planet. Okay? The ley lines of energy that connects us to the planet, like this big old tree behind me, my brothers and sisters. I say it again. I'm going to constantly keep saying it. One tree is all trees. One people are all people. We need to rise up and wise up. We need to realize that Vives, Gladios, Morieris, Gladio. We live by the sword, we die by the sword. But we die by the sword of who? The Creator. Not man, okay? We don't die by the sword of man. We don't die by the sword of woman. We die by the sword of the Creator, okay? He brought the sword. He created the sword. He created the heavens and the earth out of the materials that the sword is used to form for him. Okay, so we got to realize we are all one people. We got to realize we got to stop fighting like we got no sense. We got to realize that weapons of mass destruction, rivers of blood, never bring peace. Making somebody feel like they are nothing so you can feel better about yourself, boasting, period, will never be better in the Creator's eyes, okay? Acting like you are better to put somebody else down, and I admit I've done this myself, so I can admit that. I've done this myself. I've talked about friends, family, loved ones, just so I can feel better about myself, okay? I boasted too, but that's wrong too, because at the end of the day, the only person we need to actually look our best for and let our light shine for is the Creator who created us. It reminds us that we are all the roots of a tree. And as soon as we realize that, my brothers and sisters, the better off we'll be. And we'll be shining as beautiful as the sky and the sun. I mean, the sun and the sky. But the more we act like we ain't got no sense, the more we continue to fight, kill, destroy, go to war for G-O-D. And I'm not talking about the big man upstairs. I'm talking about for gold, oil, and drugs. Because that's what they take from other countries, okay? They send toxic waste and garbage over into other countries by a third-party verification. They pay off a shell corporation or a company, and they send all the trash that they ain't melting down and recycling into another country, into their village, into their background. So all that pollution toxifies their little lake and their little water where they're at, and those children and people in that village can't live and grow and prosper. So they wind up skinny as crap, basically trying to survive another day. We are in 2025, okay? If you can believe that. Because I don't really think we're in 2025. Because if we were, we would have flying cars right now and hoverboards like in Back to the Future. But instead, we're still fighting over earth, air, fire, and water. We're still letting dickheads and dickheadesses, that's dickheadesses for the females, and dickheads for the males, okay, control who we are. We're still acting like we have no sense whatsoever, okay? They spray the sky with chemtrails because they know our energy is electric, okay? They don't want us to rise up and wise up. The corrupt powers that be know this. So they black out the sky. It could be bright and sunny as a mug. Next day it's raining. Cat Williams, this comedian, who is a genius, by the way, once said something I find quite funny. He said, how is winter not here anymore? He said, how is winter not here anymore? Okay? And I asked the same question. Winter used to be from December all the way into April. Now it's from December to January. That's it. That's global warming, people. Rise up and wise up. Okay? We got to realize something is wrong here. And no matter how much they try to cover up the truth, it's not going to stop happening. Rise up and wise up. Open your eyes to the injustice. I have spoken my piece. Peace and love from the Heyokai.